The little acorn's nutty journey. In a sunny forest where tall trees swayed and squirrels chattered, there lived a tiny acorn named Nutty. Nutty was small and round, with a glossy brown shell and a green cap that wiggled in the breeze, and he loved hanging on his oak branch, watching ants march and birds flutter below. But Nutty had a big dream. He wanted to roll through the forest to find new friends and share his nutty cheer. One crisp morning, a playful breeze named Whiffy blew by and said, "Hello, Nutty. Why do you bounce so happily today?" Nutty wobbled and replied, "I want to roll through the forest and make friends." Whiffy puffed and said, "I'll carry you. Let's go." Nutty's shell sparkled as Whiffy shook him free and rolled him to a mossy path where a little mouse named Squeak nibbled a berry, and Squeak squeaked, "Hi, Acorn. Why are you here?" Nutty spun, "I'm rolling to find friends. Want to come?" Squeak hid her whiskers, saying, "I'm shy and stay in my burrow," but Nutty smiled, "Scurry by me. You're safe," and Squeak scampered beside him. Whiffy blew them to a sparkly stream where a tiny frog named Splash hopped on a rock, and Splash croaked, "Hello, Nutty. What's that shiny nut?" Nutty rocked, "It's me. I'm finding friends. Join us." Splash blinked, saying, "I'm scared to hop far," but Nutty winked, "Bounce in my roll. I'll guide you," and Splash hopped along. Next, Whiffy carried them to a sunny meadow where a small ladybug named Dot crawled on a daisy, and Dot buzzed, "Hi, Nutty. Why are you tumbling?" Nutty swayed, "I'm on a quest for friends. Come with us." Dot tilted her shell, saying, "I'm slow and small," but Nutty nodded, "Ride on my cap. You're perfect," and Dot climbed aboard. Whiffy whisked them to a grassy hill where a baby squirrel named Twitch chased her tail, and Twitch chattered, "Hello, Nutty. What's that acorn?" Nutty spun, "It's me. I'm making friends. Want to scamper?" Twitch flicked her ears, saying, "I'm nervous in new places," but Nutty twinkled, "Run in my romp. We're a team," and Twitch scampered beside Nutty, Squeak, Splash, and Dot. Nutty felt braver and said, "I want to roll for everyone." Whiffy whispered, "Tumble to the big tree." Nutty rolled to a giant oak where the forest buzzed with life, and Squeak, Splash, Dot, and Twitch clapped, cheering, "Your roll is beautiful." Children playing in the forest saw Nutty's tumble and gasped, and a boy named Finn pointed, shouting, "Look, an acorn with friends." The children asked, "Who's rolling?" And Nutty wobbled, "I'm Nutty. I'm tumbling for friends. Want to see?" The children nodded, asking, "Can we play with you?" Nutty twinkled, "Yes. Roll me gently." Finn rolled Nutty softly, giggling as Squeak scurried, Splash hopped, Dot rode, and Twitch scampered, and Finn said, "You're so brave, Nutty." Nutty's shell glowed as the sky turned orange with sunset, and Whiffy said, "Nutty, it's time to rest." Nutty looked at the path, stream, meadow, hill, and tree, saying, "I rolled so far and made so many friends." Whiffy hugged him softly, saying, "You're a tiny star." Nutty turned to his friends, asking, "Will you visit my roll?" And Squeak, Splash, Dot, and Twitch nodded, cheering, "Yes." Finn waved, saying, "We'll find you, Nutty." Whiffy guided Nutty back to his mossy spot, and his friends followed to say goodbye. Nutty settled gently, feeling proud, saying, "I romped through the forest." Squeak squeaked, "You made us brave." Splash croaked, "And happy." Dot buzzed, "And fast." Twitch chattered, "And safe." Nutty's heart felt full as he said, "You're all my nuts." That night, Nutty rested, dreaming of breezes, and the next day, Squeak, Splash, Dot, Twitch, and the children visited, playing around his tree. The forest sparkled with laughter, and Nutty's brown shell shone, knowing his nutty journey had made everyone smile.